Now, here is the news commentary, written by Alhamra Islam and read by Muhammad Shahriar Talukdar. The government has reformed laws relating to rape and women and child safety. A draft of Women and Children Repression Prevention Ordinance Amendment 2025 got the final approval yesterday from the Advisory Council, led by Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus. The new law will expedite the investigation and trial process in rape cases, establish a special tribunal dedicated to handling child rape cases, and remove DNA test requirement if samples not available. According to the draft law, the maximum punishment will be 7 years for the crime of illicit sexual intercourse with the promise of marriage. The amendment to the existing law on prevention of women and children repression was a demand of time following some recent incidents of rape and women repression. Especially worth mentioning is the Magura and Borgona incidents. An only 8-year-old girl was raped in Magura with such brutality that all advanced medical care and the best efforts of specialist doctors failed to save her. The rape took place on the night of March 5, when the victim visited her sister-in-law's house in the village in Shodur Upazila of Magura district. She was initially admitted to local hospital, but as her condition deteriorated, she was shifted to CMH in Dhaka for better treatment, but she lost her battle for life. The incident shocked the nation, sparking protests across the country that called for a stricter action against violence against women and children and demands for reforming the law. The Magura incident prompted the government to bring in some amendments to make the existing law more time-befitting. Accordingly, on 12 March, the government prepared the draft of the amendment Women and Children Repression Prevention Act, reducing the trial and investigation time of the rape case by half. Then on 17 March, the government decided to establish a separate special tribunal to handle child rape cases and approved in principle several amendments to the Women and Children Repression Prevention Act 2000 to ensure a quicker trial process. The new law will reduce the investigation period of rape cases from 30 days to 15 days and the time for completing the trial from 180 days to 90 days. Under the law, a special tribunal will be dedicated to handling child rape cases. Judges will also be allowed to proceed with trials based on medical certificates and circumstantial evidence without recurring DNA tests, which were previously mandatory for the trial to begin, even though samples were not always available, as it often takes time for victims or their families to register a case. Earlier, the trial process had to wait for the DNA profiling report of the accused. The new law will allow the trial to begin based on circumstantial evidence. Child rape is the worst heinous crime among all forms. It has become an epidemic in recent times. Existing laws has not been able to satisfactorily prevent these crimes. More than 5,600 reports of rape of girls aged below 18 were filed across the country in the past 10 years, according to data from Ain o Shalish Kendro, a main women's and children's group in Bangladesh. The numbers are unlikely to reflect the reality as many victims do not report the crime. In view of this reality, the existing law needed a reform. We hope it will ensure speedy trial and punishment of rape suspects. It will also help in ensuring proper investigation. The government has to ensure proper application of the law, monitoring the authority and accountability of the responsible persons, including law enforcers. Then justice can be delivered in quickest possible time. That is the end of the news commentary.